A very good evening to you from the sports desk. Let's make a splash in the pools now. South African swimmers are gearing up for the Paris Olympics, looking to uphold the country's proud tradition on Olympic pools. Now, those looking to make a splash in France include Kaylene Corbett, who is part of the Tuks Swimming team, which will benefit from a new partnership with the chemical brand HTH. Corbett joins us via Zoom this evening for a chat. Kaylene, a very good evening, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Kaylene, it's the Olympic year. It's always a big year. How have things been in terms of just preparing yourself for the Olympic Games?
Well, this year is definitely a lot better thanks to HTH because this allows us to keep our pool warm. So, I mean, I'm sitting here with the short sleeve on, but I have the heater on next to me. So, yeah, it's definitely a lot better when our pool is nice and toasty.
Tell me about that partnership and what it means. And I mean, also for some of those swimmers that will be part of the team that is going to Paris.
Yes, I mean, in 2021, we really struggled with the temperature of our pool. So it's like a huge benefit for us because we get to swim in a warm pool. I mean, it's already hard enough waking up at 6 in the morning and jumping into a pool when it's freezing cold outside. So now that it's at least a warm pool, it makes it 10 times better.
And how has that helped in your preparations generally? The tradition of swimmers in South Africa, we almost bank on some medals from swimmers in South Africa at the Olympics.
Yes, I mean, it definitely allows us to have a sound of mind because I remember before 2022 Commonwealth Games, we had to move to a 25-meter pool and carry on with our preparations there. So this time around, it allows us to be like completely happy, just stay in like, your own environment. And that allows us to just have a peace of mind knowing that we get to train as hard as we can in our pool. And you get to live at home, you get to stay here, and to know that your preparation can be consistent is the best thing ever.
Kaylene, you've been to the Olympics before. I mean, share with us your experience and what one would say you've gained from that experience that you're taking to Paris this time around.
Yes, I mean, I was a young I think I was 22 back in in Tokyo. So that was really just a fun experience. And you got to experience the Olympics for what the Olympics is. Like that time around, we didn't have any spectators. So, yeah, so this time we're excited because we get to go with the spectators and with everything else that you get to call the Olympic Games. So, yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be two completely different experiences.
Would you then say that having competed in Tokyo, albeit during COVID times, has prepared you better? You know what to expect going into Paris this time around?
Yes, I think that every Olympics is different and every Olympics comes with its different challenges, and not just the Olympics. I mean, every competition comes with different challenges. So I think this time, I'm definitely more prepared. I know what to expect in terms of competition, but I mean, it changes on the day every time.
Well, apart from swimming in a heated pool, as you've said earlier on, what other, competitions, if any, are you partaking as part of your preparations or final preparations for Paris? Because really, the countdown has begun.
Yes, I mean, I think we less than 50 days to go. So it's definitely like just the small things. It's like building a puzzle, and we've been putting this puzzle together for 3 years now since the previous Olympics. And now it's literally just about the last little final puzzle pieces that you put together. And yeah, I'm like very positive and I'm very excited, and I'm excited to experience Paris. I've never been to France, and it's like a dream of mine. So I think just that in itself is going to be incredibly fun.
Well, part of the partnership that you spoke about, and also the Tuks Swimming team, has the likes of Tatiana, some big names that have been there. How does that help in, just sharing and brushing shoulders with some of the athletes, the swimmers that have been there, done that, and got the medals, as it were?
Yes, I think it's incredible. We get to learn from each other. I think when you put us into an environment that's incredibly competitive, and it's hard to just function in a super stressful, scary environment, you really lean on your friends and your teammates who've done it before and who's been there. So I think that really helps a lot because we are allowed and we have the opportunity to be able to go, hey, Tatiana, like, hey, Peter, hey, Matt, what do you guys think of this? How would you react to this? How do you feel about this? And then when you have like a general understanding of something, you know, you really learn a lot from people when, especially when they compete at such a high level. So it's a great feeling to have. I mean, we 5 Olympians in the same pool, so we get to really learn and bounce ideas off of each other.
Fantastic. Kaylene, thank you so much for taking time to speak to us, and best of luck in Paris.